Hello lovely people and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you my favorite childhood books. First up is Iris in Teddy Bear Land. So Iris in Teddy Bear Land. It's one of those books that you can put your own name in. Well, your parents do that for you probably. And this one is with my name in it. And it's me in Teddy Bear Land. Yeah, it's just a tiny story. I'm going to Teddy Bear Land. And there's a lot of adventures going on down there. It's just fun to have a book like this with your own name in it. And I loved reading it over and over again when I was a kid. And yeah, it's just really fun to keep around. So that's one of them. Then other childhood books that contain my name, but well, not on purpose, just happens to be about me. Well, it's Iris en Michiel boeken. It's about a twin and they're called Iris and Michiel. And I now have 3 of these, but we borrowed almost all of them from the library when I was a kid. And I read them so many times, and when I find one now in a secondhand store, I just have to have it. It's just really fun short stories about a family with twins. And later on there's also a tiny brother, I think. And they just go on adventures, they go on holiday, they celebrate their birthday, they got swimming lessons. They're just really fun books, and it's just really fun because one of the twins has my name. So yeah, I really love these books. One of my all-time favorite books when I got older was this one. It's a pop-up book about bears, little bear adventures, something like that. And it's just a really beautiful book. I mean, look at this. And it's just not the pop-up thing, but all pages have a tiny booklet in them with a story and things you can find on the page. There's hidden, well, like over here. Let me flip it around. Look, he just appears from a pothole, and there's all kinds of stuff, and there's so much to see on the page. And I just really love it, and I think I will never get rid of it, because it's just so pretty. Like, every page has a different theme. It just looks so amazing, and I love it so much. I've always kept it in quite a good condition. I think I was quite a bit older when I got it and not a tiny kid. But it's just such an amazing and such a pretty book. Just look at it, you know. I love it so much. It's definitely one of my all-time favorite books when I was a kid. And it kind of still is, because it's so amazing. Could look at it for hours, even though I already knew the story that accompanied it and I knew where to find all the things, but just could look at it for hours. If you're Dutch, you probably know this series. I have the complete series, which you, I think, just can't see. It's like down there. Yeah, you can't see it on camera. I have all 30 of them. It's a whole series. Tinkeltje. It's a guy as big as your pinky. That's why it's called Tinkeltje. And yeah, it's just... Let me show you up close. This tiny guy. And he lives in a house and goes on adventures. And there's other characters that he has fun with. I think there's a female Tinkeltje, like a few books in, Pinkelina or something, I don't really remember. But I've had these books since I was a little kid and probably will keep them around because they're just, yeah, so many memories. Read them like a zillion times, I think. We collected the whole collection through some bookstore we were a member of, and I still have them all, and they're still staying here for sure. It's just fun stories, short stories about Pinkeltje with the animals in the house and weird adventures he's going on, like flying into the air with a balloon, for example. And I just really love these books, and they're a big part of my childhood, and they always will be. Kind of saved the best for last. I think this is definitely my all-time favorite childhood book. Wat ritselt daar? It's about this tiny guy who lives behind the wallpaper, and he's called Onzin, in English nonsense. And he has this name because when children hear something behind the wallpaper and they say they heard a sound, and then their parents will say, no, that's nonsense. So that's how he got his name. But he lives behind the wallpaper, and there's a whole other world out there. And children can go there if they just hold their breath and close their eyes and step through the wallpaper, and they get in this whole new world. And so does this guy, Vladimir. And he goes on adventures with Onzin, with nonsense. And it's just a really amazing book. I've read it so many times. I remember, I borrowed it first from the library, 5 times or something. And because I couldn't get the book myself, I started copying the text, by hand, Wasn't really a computer era yet. Started copying the text by hand, and I copied all the pictures with that see-through paper, I'm not really sure what it's called. So I copied it all and almost had the whole book, but then finally after quite a while I got it for my birthday, and I've had it ever since. Still read it a couple of times in the last few years, because it's just such an amazing book and I love it so much. It's so playful, so fun about this whole world behind the wallpaper. And I could say it's definitely my all-time favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this peek into my favorite childhood books. Let me know in a comment down below if you know any of these books. I'm not really sure because they're Dutch books, so you might not really know them. But you might have similar childhood favorites. I would love to know about them, so leave a comment. And well, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And then I'll see you in the next one next week. Bye!